Right, mic check. Geet to pull the flowers a little closer to you, please. I'm getting started, I'm Mahendra. What is today? And then Geet, I'm going to go and ask you to stand up as well for me. So take a flower and go ahead and stand up. Good, 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 good. Om Shri Padmatmani Namaham. Namaste devotees and Jai Sita Ram. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to our Sunday morning satsang, this very beautiful August 27th, 2023. As we commence with our puja for today, devotees, I ask that we all join together as we prepare our minds, our bodies, and our souls for our puja. We join together in clasping our hands and closing our eyes. Start off by taking a deep breath in, filling your lungs all the way to the very top. Slowly exhale, and as you release that air from your lungs, relax your spine, relax and drop your shoulders, relax your neck, unscrunch your forehead, and start to relieve and relax all the stress in every single muscle throughout your body. With your eyes remaining closed, devotees, I want you to focus on a form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you, one that helps you concentrate, focus, and maintain devotion. And join together with me as we chant our opening prayers. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyati Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyati Ishavasyam Niram Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Tenityakti Nabhunjita Makrudha Kasya Svidhanam Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Hari Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. We offer prayers now to Prithvi Mata as we bless and sanctify the seat unto which we sit. Om Samutra Vasane Devi Parvatastane Mandite Vishnu Patni Namastumyam Padasparsham Kshamaswami. Om Prithvi Tvaya Trata Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Nadratham Tvam Chadharya Mam Devi Pavitram Kuruchasanam. Om Shri Prithvi Devaya Namaham. Go ahead and take your flower, place it down right here, Gita, and then take your seat. Okay. You comfy? Okay, good. I don't like telling people to sit down and then start rushing them to do things. Doesn't help for anybody. Go ahead and take some water in your right hand and wash your hands for me. Om Hasta Prakshalanam Samarpayami Govindaya Namaham. You're going to take your right hand, place it on top of the left, and then put your pointer finger and your thumb together. And then you're going to sip water 3 times so when I say swaha, okay? Om Amrito Pastaranamasi Swaha. Very good. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashah Shri Mai Shri Shrayatam Swaha. And then open that back up. And you're going to wash your hands again. Om Apavitra Pavitravam Sarva Vashtam Gatopiva Yahatsmerita Punari Kaksham Sabhayabhyam Tara Shuchi. Om. Sorry, Tejas, I wanted to mess with you for a second. Om. You'll place some chandan on your forehead, Gita. Once it's a little mixed, give me 1 second. Om Chandanasya Mahatpunyam Pavitram Papanashanam Aparam Harate Nityam Lakshmi Stishtate Saravadaum. Oh, Gita, can I get 1 paper towel, please? Thank you. Just want to wipe my thumb off. Alright. And I want you to take some water. I said flowers. Take some water in your left hand now. And using our right hand ring finger, we're going to commence with Ang Sparsh. We're going to bless the various parts of our body. We touch our lips first. Om Wang Me As2. We ask, O Lord, by thy grace may my tongue be ever blessed with the power of speech. Your nose. Om Nasore Me Pranurastu. We ask, O Lord, may my nostrils be blessed with healthy, vital air. Eyes. Om Akshorame Chakshurastu. We ask, O Lord, may my eyes be blessed with the perfect power of vision. Our ears. Om Kanurme Shrotamastu. We ask, O Lord, may my ears be blessed with the power of hearing. Arms. Om Bahorame Balamastu. We ask, O Lord, may my arms be blessed with strength. Our legs next. Om Urhorame Ojoastu. We ask, O Lord, may my legs be blessed with vitality, and then the rest of our body. Om Marishtani Miyangani Tanustanawami Sahasantu. We ask, O Lord, may all the other parts of my body be safe from harm, rendering them healthy and sound for life's daily work. Go ahead and take another flower in your hand, Gita, any color that you like. And devotees, we join together now as we offer prayers and obediences. Actually, I skipped ahead. As we chant the most powerful mantra in this universe, we join together as we chant the Gayatri Mantra. Om Agakshe Varade Devi Akshare Brahmavadini Gayatri Jagat Mathar Vishwayoni Namostute. Om Bhure Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhure Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhure Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Prem Se Bolo Gayatri Mata Ki Jai. Place your flower down right on the altar. And then Gita. So every Sunday we've been going over the different Gayatri mantras. Is there a specific one that you wanted to hear or listen to for any Deva? You don't have anyone? Okay, that's fine. Let's do... What's coming up? We have Janamashmi. We already did Lord Krishna. We already did Lord Ganesh. Did we do Mother Durga? I don't remember. We did not. I'm only saying that because we were testing the microphone system and I was singing JJ Ambe Bhavani Ma. So I really got Mother Durga on my mind today for some reason. So remember, structural wise, it's always going to be 3 lines. The last line is always going to be, I want to say the most popularized name, but it's really the common, we call it the common form name. So the last line of that third line is going to be Tanno Durga Prachodayat. So we know that that's her name. The first line is also somewhat of a reference to that specific Deva or Devi. So it's some sort of name that she has. And so for the first line from Mother Durga, it's Om Katya Yanye Vidamahe. The Yanye part is kind of more of a reference to, I guess, who she is, or I guess somewhat of her lineage. So that first line, just in totality, is Om Katya Yanye Vidamahe. And then the second line is a little bit more about her origination. And does anybody know the creation story here of Mother Durga, or how she was formed? She was summoned and created to help create a great demon, Mahisasur. And in that creation story, she's actually the embodiment and the energy of all the Devas combined into one. That's how powerful she is. So this next line really talks about her power and how she was created, and it also has a reference to her name. And some of you have heard this name before. So the second line is Kanya Kumarya Dhimahi. Kanya Kumarya Dhimahi. And then the last line, Tanno Durga Prachodayat. So all the way through, Om Katya Yanye Vidamahe. No. Kanya Kumarya Dhimahi. Tanno Durga Prachodayat. And one more time. Om Katya Yanye Vidamahe. Kanya Kumarya Dhimahi. Tanno Durga Prachodayat. And that's what we have for Mother Durga. We do have our next upcoming Navagraha coming up here in a couple months, so it's probably important to know that. But we'll go ahead and turn our focus now, devotees, to our satsang for today. Go ahead and take a red flower in your hand, Gita. And devotees, we join together as we offer praise and obediences to that remover, destroyer, but also creator of all obstacles in our life. We offer praise to Lord Ganesh. Om Shri Ganapataye Namah. Om Yajananam Bhutanganadi Sevitam Kapita Jambhu Palachara Bhakshanam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam. At this time, devotees, I request that the Kirtan group offer one bhajan dedicated to Lord Ganesh as we commence with a puja up front at this time.
निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण संताप सब मन के हरे मंगल सदा गणपति करे संताप सब मन के हरे मंगल सदा गणपति करे मन कर रहा प्रातः स्मरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण बल बुद्धि के तुम देवता भर भक्ति हृदय सेवता बल बुद्धि के तुम देवता भर भक्ति हृदय सेवता शंकर सुवन तारा तरन निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण तुम्हारी कृपा बेअंत है दीनों पे तू दयावंत है तुम्हारी कृपा बेअंत है दीनों पे तू दयावंत है हम आ गए तेरे चरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण निस्दिन नमो गणपति चरण.
Devotees, when we all join together now, so we offer our final pratana, our final praise to Lord Ganesh. Om Shri Ganapati Namaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurumi Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada. Om Raksha Rakshangana Dhaksha Rakshatrayurukya Rakshakara Bhaktanam Bhayam Kartha Trata Bhava Bhavanawar. Om Shriman Mahaganati Patenamham Prem Se Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan Ki Jai. Place your flower down right there in front of Lord Ganesh. And then take a white flower in your hand next. Devotees, we offer prayers and obediences to that mother of knowledge and learning in this universe. We offer prayers to Saraswati Mata. Om Maha Saraswati Namaham. Om Saraswati Mahabhangi Vidye Kamala Lochine Vidyarupe Vishalakshi Vidyam Dehi Namostute. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Maha Saraswati Namaham. Take your flower, Gita, place it down right here. Tejas is going to hand you the lighter. Let him show you how to use it really quickly first. And you're going to light this diya right here as we offer prayers and obediences to that mother of light in this universe, that mother of monetary and spiritual wealth. We join together as we offer prayers to Lakshmi Mata. Good. You can hand that back to Tejas. Take a pink flower in your hand as well. Good. Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Jana Sampada Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Om Namaste Astu Mahamai Shri Pite Sarapujite Shankha Chakra Gadhahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Namaste Garuda Rudhi Kola Sura Bhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Sarvagye Sarvavarade Sarvadushta Bhayankari Sarvadukha Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prane Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murate Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Adyantarhate Devi Adi Shakti Maheshwari Yoga Jay Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Stula Sukshma Maharodre Mahashakti Mahodare Mahapapa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Padmasana Sthiti Devi Parabrahma Swarupini Paramishi Jagane Matar Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Shvetambaradare Devi Nana Lankare Bhushite Jagatastite Jagane Matar Mahalakshmi Namostute. Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Mahalakshmi Namaham. Take your flower Gita, place it right here in front of the diya for now. And then take a yellow flower in your hand as we join together, devotees, in offering prayers and obediences to that universal mother, that destroyer of all evils in our life. We join together as we offer prayers to Adi Shakti Durga Mata. Om Maha Durgaye Namaham. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhandra Kali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaswadha Namostute. Jai Tvam Devi Chamunde Jai Putharatani Hardini Jai Sarvakate Devi Galatri Namostute Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnu Mayeti Shamdita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. As we praise the Mother Durga devotees, we say, O Durga Mata, Thou art the universal Mother, and we, your children, worship you in many forms. O Ma, we see you as Buddhi, wisdom, Lakshmi, prosperity, Shakti, energy, Shraddha, faith, Shanti, peace, Tushti, contentment, and Daya, compassion. And as we pray to Ma, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha, we bow to thee again and again. Devotees, we offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of the universal Mother, Matri Rupe. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matri Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Dehi Saubhagyam Arogyam Dehi Me Paramam Sukham Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi Yesho Dehi Tvasho Jahi. At this time, devotees, I request that we have 2 bhajans dedicated to the Universal Mothers. And before we start singing, I just want to make sure everybody knows we did switch up some of the microphones and we have a good wireless system. If the microphone has a blue or a black ring on it, those are for more of the inclined or people who have a lot of bass in their voice. The other ones, the orange and the gray ones, are for those who don't have a lot of bass. Usually it's typically for higher singles or female singers. That way we're capturing the audio correctly. So we have 2 for, I would say, lower voices and 2 for higher voices. Just know the difference between the 2, and if you're singing it doesn't sound right, just grab one of the other microphones. Go ahead, Uncle Walter.
मैं हुआ या तेरे द्वार हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ मैं हुआ या है तेरे द्वार हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ मैं हूँ आया है तेरे द्वार हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ ओ जय महालक्ष्मी माँ ओ जय महालक्ष्मी माँ ओ जय महालक्ष्मी माँ मैं हूँ आया है तेरे द्वार ओ जय महालक्ष्मी माँ माथे पे सिंदूर विराजे माथे पे सिंदूर विराजे ईतनाथ में पेद चढ़ावे मैं तू लाए है फूल तेरे द्वार मैं तू लाए है फूल तेरे द्वार ओ मैया मैया पार लगा ओ जय महालक्ष्मी माँ मैं हुआ आया है तेरे द्वार ओ जय महालक्ष्मी माँ माथे पे सिंदूर विराजे माथे पे सिंदूर बिराजे, धूप पने वेद चढ़ावे। मैं तू लाया है फूल तेरे द्वार, मैं तू लाया है फूल तेरे द्वार। ओ मैया नैया पार लगा, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं हुआ आया है तेरे द्वार, ओ जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं तू लाया है तेरे द्वार, ओ जय महालक्ष्मी माँ।
तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का। सतराधिका करके उदार करो दुर्गा, उदार करो दुर्गा। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का। सतराधिका करके उदार करो दुर्गा, उदार करो दुर्गा। दर्शन हो माँ तेरे, सबकी अभिलाषा है। मन में रहो तुम सबके, तुमसे यही आशा है। दर्शन हो माँ तेरे, सबकी अभिलाषा है। मन में रहो तुम सबके, तुमसे यही आशा है। क्या मेरा क्या उसका, ये अपना पराकाया। सब ज्योति जला करके रोशन करो जग सारा, रोशन करो जग सारा। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का। सतराधिका करके उदार करो दुर्गा, उदार करो दुर्गा। संसार तुम्हारा है, कभी धूप कभी छाया है। एक दिन उसे जाना है, जो भी आया है। क्या रंग है जीवन का रूप है माधव का। तुम गान बड़ा करके उकार करो दुर्गा, उकार करो दुर्गा। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का। सतराधिका करके उदार करो दुर्गा, उदार करो दुर्गा।
प्रेम से बोलो सरस्वती माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय. All right, Geeta, I want you to take one red flower in your hand and then 3 flowers of completely other colors. I'll let you choose what color those are. And take one more different colored flower. There we go. At this time, devotees, we join together. Excuse me, he's about to cough. We join together as we offer praise to the most influential beings in our lives. Those beings that dictate when we can and cannot perform certain rituals. Those beings that dictate the name that we hold, the temperament that we have, even the fate that we possess. We join together as we offer praise to the Navagraha Devata, or as we refer to them in English, the 9 planets. Om Navagraha Devataya Namaham Bhedamha Munaris Dripura Dakari Bhanu Shishi Bhume Suto Buddhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shanirahu Ketoa Sarvingraha Shanti Karam Havandu Sarvingraha Shanti Karam Havantu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Suryaya Namah Chandramaya Namah. Suryaya Namah Chandramaya Namah. Chandramaya Namah Bhaumaya Namah. Chandramaya Namah Bhaumaya Namah. Bhaumaya Namah Buddhaya Namah. Bhaumaya Namah Buddhaya Namah. Buddhaya Namah Brihaspataya Namah. Buddhaya Namah Brihaspataya Namah. Brihaspataya Namah Shukraya Namah. Brihaspataya Namah Shukraya Namah. Shukraya Namah Shanisharaya Namah. Shukraya Namah Shanisharaya Namah. Shanisharaya Namah Rahave Namah. Shanisharaya Namah Rahave Namah. Rahave Namah Ketave Namah. Rahave Namah Ketave Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Suryaya Namah Bhaskaraya Namah. Suryaya Namah Bhaskaraya Namah. Bhaskaraya Namah Adityaya Namah. Bhaskaraya Namah Adityaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah.
And you can take your seed gita, take a red flower in your hand and hold on to it. With today being known as Ravivar, or as we translate it into English, Sunday, devotees, we offer prayers and obediences to that being that exists in the form of the sun and that sustainer of all life on this planet. We offer prayers to Surya Narayan Bhagwan. Om Suryaya Namaha, 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 Suryaya Namaha. Harineva Namastobhyam Prasina Mama Bhashkaram Divakara Namastobhyam Prabhakara Namostute Suryaya Namaha, Suryaya Namaha, Suryaya Namaha, Suryaya Namaha. Om Prem se bolo Navagraha devata ki jai, Prem se bolo Surya Narayana Bhagavan ki jai. Place your flower down right in front of Surya Narayana Bhagavan. Good. Now, Gita, you're going to take 2 yellow flowers, a white flower, a pink flower, and a red flower. Good. And we continue on by offering our next set of prayers to that sustainer of all things dharmic, all things righteous in this universe. We join together as we offer prayers to Lord Vishnu. Om Shri Vishnuve Namaham. Om Shantakaram Bhujagshayaram Padmanabham Surisham Vishwadharam Gagane Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhagam. Om Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yonghi Bhira Dhyanagam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhaya Haram Sarvaloke Kanatam. Om Sashankha Chakram Sakiritha Kundhalam Sapita Vastram Sarasiruheshanam Sahara Vakshastala Shumbikostum Bhashriyam Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturbhujam. Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturbhujam. We continue, devotees, by offering prayers to the 7th incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Lord Rama. Om Ramaya Ramabhandraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namah. We offer prayers to Mother Sita. Om Jagathasutha Jagajanani Janaki Atashaya Priya Karuna Niraniki Take Jogapada Kamala Mano Jasu Kripa Niramala Mati Pao. We offer prayers next to Hanuman Swami. Om Mano Javamarutulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhi Matam Varishtam Vatatmajaman Nirayuthamukyam Shri Ramadutam Sharadam Prapati. Shri Ramadutam Sharadam Prapati. And finally, devotees, we join together so we offer praise to the 8th incarnation of the Lord Vishnu. We offer praise to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Om Ghararavinde Nabhararavindham Mukharabinde Vinivishrayantham Vatasya Patrasya Puteshrayanam Bhalam Mukundam Manasasmaram Bhalam Mukundam Manasasmaram. Om Krishna Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Mukham Karoti Vachalam Panghum Langayati Ginim Yet Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachano Maranam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. At this time, devotees are requested we have 2 to 3 bhajans dedicated to Lord Vishnu, his various incarnations, Mother Sita, Hanuman Swami, as we commence with our puja.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram. जगत में साचा तेरा नाम, जगत में साचा तेरा नाम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। जिसके सुमिरन से बन जाते सबके बिगड़े काम बनाते, जिसके सुमिरन से बन जाते सबके बिगड़े काम, सबके बिगड़े काम। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। दया तुम्हारी जिन पर होती वो कनकर बन जाती मोती, दया तुम्हारी जिन पर होती वो कनकर बन जाती मोती। गौरी लगे नादान, गौरी लगे नादान। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। जगत में साचा तेरा नाम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। सर्वत कलाए विषमिन तुम्हारे, उज्ज्वल कर दो भाग्य हमारे। हे शबरी के राम, हे शबरी के राम। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। जगत में साचा तेरा नाम, जगत में साचा तेरा नाम। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम।
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो, प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। सुख निधान नित्य राम नाम, नित्य राम नाम। परम शांति सुख निधान नित्य राम नाम, नित्य राम नाम। निर्दर को दरा एक राम राम, एक राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। परम गोपी परम मिशा मंत्र राम राम, मंत्र राम राम। परम गोपी परम मिशा मंत्र राम राम, मंत्र राम नाम। संत हृदय सदब सता एक राम राम, एक राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। माता पितु बंधु सखा सभी राम राम, सभी राम नाम। माता पिता बंधु सखा सभी राम नाम, सभी राम नाम। भक्त जनन जीवन धन एक राम राम, एक राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। जय राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम।
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, 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 जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल। मुनि जन बोले राधे कृष्णा, गुण जन बोले राधे कृष्णा। हम सब बोले राधे कृष्णा, सब जग बोले राधे कृष्णा, सब जग बोले राधे कृष्ण। जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, 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 जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
प्रेम से बोलो विष्णु भगवान की जय, प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, प्रेम से बोलो सीता माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो हनुमान स्वामी की जय, प्रेम से बोलो कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। I hear something funny. Sorry, that's what that face was. No, it's just me being weird. That's all it is. Don't worry about it. Take a white flower in your hand now. Okay. At this time, devotees, we join together now as we offer prayers to that universal Father, that universal Guru. As we offer prayers to that destroyer of all evils in our life and in this universe, we join together, devotees, as we offer prayers to Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Gharapurang Ghaurang Karunavataram Samsara Saram Bhujagendraharam Saravasantam Hridayardhane Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Alright, Gita, you're going to take your flower, go over to the lingam with Mahendra, and you're going to do puja up front. Om Namah Shivaya. Ram Namurari Surarchitalingam Niramanabhasita Shobhitalingam Janamajadukha Vinashakalingam Tad pranamami sada shivalingam tat pranamami sada shivalingam brahma murari surarchitalingam nirmal vasit shobhitalingam janama chatukka vinashakalingam tat pranamami sada shivalingam tat
pranamami sada shivalingam
devamuni praravarchitalingam kamadaham karunakharalingam ravana darpa vinashanalingam tat pranamami sada shivalingam tat
pranamami sada shivalingam
sarvasubhanni sulepitalingam buddhi vivardhana karanalingam siddhasura suravandhitalingam tat pranamami sada shivalingam tat
pranamami sada shivalingam
Kanakamahamani bhushitalingam panipati veshtita shobhitalingam lakshasuyajna vinashanalingam tat pranamami sada shivalingam tat
pranamami sada shivalingam
kumachandana lepitalingam pankajahara sushobhitalingam sanchita papa vinashanalingam tat pranamami sada shivalingam tat
pranamami sada shivalingam
devaganarchita sevitalingam Ayvera bhakti virevachalingam dinakara koti prabhakaralingam tat pranamami sada shivalingam tat
pranamami sada shivalingam
Ashtaranopariveshtitalingam sarvasamudam havakaranalingam Ashtadharendra vinashitalingam tat pranamami sada shivalingam tat
pranamami sada shivalingam
Suradhura suravara punjitalingam Suravana pushpa sadarchitalingam Parata param paramatmakalingam Tat pranamami sada shivalingam Tat pranamami sada shivalingam Tat pranamami sada shivalingam Vingashtikam idam punyam Yahapati Shiva Sannidhao Shivalokamavapadunurakir Shivena Sahamurati Om Namaha Shivaya.
Namo Mahadeva Shambho Namo Sada Shiva Om Jai Parameshwar Jai Bhuvaneshwar Jai Shiva Shankara Om Namo Mahadeva Shambho Namo Sada Shiva Om Jai Parameshwar Jai Bhuvaneshwar Jai Shiva Shankara Om Bhavani Shankar Uma Maheshwar Giri गिरिजा शंकर ओम, भवानी शंकर उमा महेश्वर गिरिजा शंकर ओम, जय प्यारयंकर जय पीतांबर जय शिव शंकर ओम, नमो महादेव शंभो, नमो सदा शिव ओम, जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम, हर हर महादेव गौरी मनोहर हर शिव शंकर ओम, दुख हर लेकर सुख बर देकर जय शिव शंकर ओम, नमो महादेव शंभो, नमो सदा शिव ओम, जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम, शिव शंकर नटराज सुंदर हर हर शंकर ओम, जय डमरूवर जय कैलेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम, नमो महादेव शंभो, नमो सदा शिव ओम, जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम, शंकर गंगप्तत्वाधर करुणा शंकर ओम, पार्वती शंकर गंगा जटाधर करुणा शंकर ओम, नीलकंठ धर अखिलेश्वर धर जय शिव शंकर ओम, नमो महादेव शंभो, नमो सदा शिव ओम, जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम, नमो महादेव शंभो, नमो सदा शिव ओम, परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम, जय गिरिजापति दीन दयाला संत करत संतन प्रीतिपाला, ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय, जय गिरिजापति दीन दयाला सदा करत संतन प्रीतिपाला, बालचंद्रमा सोहत नीके कानन कुंडल नागपनी के, जय गिरिजापति दीन दयाला सदा करत संतन प्रीतिपाला, अंग गौड़ शिरगंग भाई मुंद माल चार लगाए वस्त्र काल भग अंबर सोहे सभी को देख नाग मुनि सोए मैना मातु की हबली दुलारी बम्ब सोहत सभी न्यारी जय गिरिजापति दीन दयाला सहत करत संतन प्रतिपाला बाल चंद्रमा सोहत नीके कानन कुंडल नागपनी के ओम नमः शिवाय 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 ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा 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 हरि ओम शिवा ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा हरि ओम शिवा ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय पाहि मां ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय पाहि मां ओम नमः शिवाय 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 पाहि मां ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय रक्ष मां ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय रक्ष मां ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय पाहि मां ओम नमः शिवाय 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 रक्ष मां ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय पाहि मां शिव Shiva 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 Shambho Mahadeva Shambho 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 Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Pahima Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Pahimam Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Pahimam Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Pahimam Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Pahimam.
Take a flower in your hand, Gita. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Devotees, we offer this next prayer for all those suffering from various illnesses, diseases, injuries, and ailments. We ask that they have a fast, speedy, and full recovery. We also offer a prayer for those transitioning from this world to the next. May their passage be a smooth and tranquil one. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat. Om Gangarapate Namaha. Om Kartiki Namaha. Om Nandishwaraya Namaha. Om Vasukiye Namaha. Om Shri Samba Sadha Shivaya Namaham. Prem se bolo Shiva Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. Devotees, for all of us who have a Guru, we offer a prayer to our Guru. If not, we take Lord Shiva in our mind as universal Guru, or any day that we so choose, as we pray. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Padam Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Namam. Om Dhana Muram Guru Murati Puja Mulam Guru Padam Mantra Mulam Guru Bhagyam Moksha Mulam Guru Kripar Prem Simburu Guru Dev Ki Jai. Devotees, for all those who have Prasad Tarchawa, I ask that you please come forward at this time. I'm gonna take all the plastic off. Oh wait, Ash, just hand that back to your sister. Ash, can you take the Tulsi out and give everybody some Tulsi, please? How did the saying gonna? Give everybody one Tulsi. Maybe. I wasn't gonna say anything. Just having a good old time. Did you give one to Uncle Jagdish too? Okay. Wait, do you guys have one? Okay. Alright, we hold our prasad in both hands as we make the following and offer the following prayers. Naivedyam grahitam deva bhakti mehi chalam kuru ipsitam evaram nehi paratraha paranyatim omiram palam maya deva stapitam pratastava tena me sapravaptir bhavit janmani janmani om sarva papaharam divyam yageyam nirmalam jalam achmanamaya raktam grahitam purushottamam. Offer your prasad to the altar. आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन 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 this time, devotees, may we all join together as we commence in chanting our Havan mantras. Om Agni Mile Purohitam Yagyasya Devam Retvajam O Taram Radnadhatamam Agni Devaya Namaham. Is it lit? Okay. We offer both samagri and ghee into the Havan Kund. Om Prajapati Swaha Iram Prajapati Iram Namama Om Indrai Swaha Iram Indraya Iram Namama Om Agane Swaha Iram Agane Iram Namama Om Sumaya Swaha Iram Sumaya Iram Namama Om Bhu Swaha Iram Aganaye Iram Namama Om Bhuva Swaha Iram Vayave Iram Namama Om Swaha Swaha Iram Suryaya Iram Namama Om Suryaya Namah Swaha Iram Suryaya Iram Namama Om Chandraya Namah Swaha Iram Chandraya Iram Namama Om Bhaumaya Namah Swaha Iram Bhaumaya Iram Namama Om Buddhaya Namah Swaha Iram Buddhaya Iram Namama Om Brihaspati Namah Swaha Iram Brihaspati Iram Namama Om Shukraya Namah Swaha Iram Shukraya Iram Namama Om Shanishcharaya Namah Swaha Iram Shanishcharaya Iram Namama Om Rahave Namah Swaha Iram Rahave Iram Namama Om Ketave Namah Swaha Iram Ketave Iram Namama Om Ganeshaya Namah Swaha Om Mahangauriye Namah Swaha Om Mahasaraswati Namah Swaha Om Mahadaksh Om Mahadurgaye Namah Swaha Om Guruve Namah Swaha Om Brahmani Namah Swaha Om Vishnuve Namah Swaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha Om Ramaya Namah Swaha Om Sitaya Namah Swaha Om Hanumate Namah Swaha Om Krishnaya Namah Swaha Om Shivaya Namah Swaha Om Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namah Swaha Om Sarvebhyo Pitribhyo Namah Swandaha Om Bhuri Bhuvaswa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhuri Bhuvaswa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhuri Bhuvaswa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Take everything together and please stand. Ishan, we have some palm leaves over here. Could you hand them one? Sorry, Ishan. Auntie Homa, could you grab from this bag right here? Perfect. Thank you. I didn't see the child from my angle. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamadachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate Om Murhanam Nivrading Pratima Viswanaram Ritajatam Agnim Kavhingvam Samrajatidim Janana Mahasanam Patram Chanayantide Swaha Om Sarvam Gwe Purnagvam Swaha Om Sarvam Gwe Purnagvam Swaha Om Sarvam Gwe Purnagvam Swaha. We take blessings from Agniti Devata. Om Tanapaganesi Tanvame Pahi Om Madhyuraganes Hadyurame Dehi Om Varchoragansi Varchume Dehi Om Agnayanve Tanva Udanam Tanma Apruna Om Tejasi Tejamai Dehi Om Viryamasi Viryamai Dehi Om Balamasi Balamai Dehi Om Ojavasi Ojamai Dehi Om Manyarasi Manyumai Dehi Om Sahosi Sahomai Dehi Om Shanti Rastu Pushti Rastu Bridhi Rasida Paparasati Mastu Dvipere Chitushpere Sura Shanti Bhavatu. Offer some Achmaniam, some water. Om Sarva Papaharam Dipyam Gangayam Niramalam Jalam Achmanamayanratam Grihetam Purushottamam. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Prem Sabaro Agni Devata Ki Jai. Good. Let's go ahead and clean up. And devotees, before we commence with our sermon for today, I believe we have a member of our audience who would like to share a few words about Tulsidas Jayanti. So I'll hand the microphone now over to Uncle Walter.
Tulsidas Jayanti was on Wednesday, 23rd of August, his birthday. The original Ramayana was written by Valmiki in Sanskrit. As time goes by, Tulsidas observed that most people knows Hindi than Sanskrit. So he decided to write the Ramcharitmanas in Hindi, so more people could understand. He added slokas and chaupai to make it more interesting. Tulsidas was also the incarnation of Valmiki, says Lord Shiva. The life of Tulsidas. Of all the Hindu scriptures, the Ramayana has gained a lot more popularity, and more so popular is the work of Tulsidas, and that is called the Ramcharitmanas. Tulsidas was born in Rajpur, India, 1554, and it was documented that he was born with all 32 teeth. When a child is born with one tooth, they say it is a bad omen. 32, many more problems. What compounded the problems is that 3 days after his birth, his mother died. And of course, the ruler of the day then is to have a detail in astrology at the birth of a child. The father, of course, called the most capable astrologer and was advised that this child is evil omen and there will be destruction. He then decided to abandon the child. Tulsi at birth never cried, and the song that was heard was Ram. So he was named Rambola. Rambola was thrown out on the street. He began to wander and to beg. He was beaten and nobody wanted to see him around. And what companion did he fall into? In India at that time, saints and sages parade the streets begging for alms and food. One day, little Bola was sleeping on the steps of the mandir, and luckily for him, that Saint Narharidas, who was the head of the organization, came and saw him and felt very sorry, sympathetic for him. Narharidas began to take care of Rambola. He gave him shelter, food, and clean clothes and invited him to the ashram. He began to teach him the mantras and pratnas. Rambola began to find happiness. He became a very intelligent student. After 1 year study along with Narharidas, he was sent to further his learning in Kashi. Here he was taught about the Ramayana by a very learned saint, sage Sanatana. Ram Bola heard the Ram Katha over and over again and became in love of Sri Ram. He began to worship Ram and wrote a verse to the effect, Lord, I cannot see you and do not know what you look like, but the joy and happiness I feel worshiping you, that is enough for me. Sage Sanatan, when he observed that Ram Bola's love for Sri Ram became so pronounced, he then changed his name to Tulsidas. Why Tulsi? Because it involves Ram, Lakshman, and Sita. Ram Bola, who was scorned, beaten, ridiculed, now returned to his village of birth. This time, he is called Tulsidas and came as a force, an enticing singer, and all he sang was the sweetness of Sri Ram. He was advised to go through all the stages of life, and at the age of 26, he got married to a very beautiful, intelligent, and religious Ratna. Luckily for Tulsidas, in the year 1631, he had darshan of Sri Ram and saw Hanumanji with his own eyes. As from that day, he began writing the Hanuman Chalisa. It took him 2 years, 7 months, and 26 days to complete. Tulsidas started to write the Ramayana when he was 77 years old. And in his writings, he mentioned that Ram and Sita are the same. We are all children of Ram and Sita. Tulsidas never tried to praise himself or to take credit for something which he did not begin, something which did not belong to him. This may be strange but true. Said Tulsidas, I am not the author of the Ramayana. I am just the recorder of the events that took place about Sri Ram. I am very proud to declare that Lord Shiva is the author of the Ramayana. Tulsidas lived for about 120 years and has done good for not only Hindus, but for all mankind by putting on paper the words of Lord Shiva. Thank you all for listening. And I would like to sing these bhajans from the movie, the old movie Tulsidas, with very old start too. Ram, He Ram, Ram, He Ram, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। लोचन मन में जगे न हो तो, लोचन मन में जगे न हो तो, जुगल चरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। जीवन दे के जाल बिछाया, रच की माया नाच नचाया। चिंता मेरी तभी मिटेगी, चिंता मेरी तभी मिटेगी, चित चिंतन में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपने शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। तूने लाखों पापी ताड़ी, मेरे भारी बाजी हारी, मेरे पासन पुण्य की पूजी, मेरे पासन पुण्य की पूजी, पद पूजन में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपने शरण में ले लो। राम हे राम, राम हे राम, घर घर आत को धड़ धड़ भत को, कहा कहा अपना सिर पत को। इस जीवन में मिलो न तुम तो राम हे राम, इस जीवन में मिलो न तुम तो, मुझे मरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम।
धन्यवाद अंक वॉल्टर। प्रेम से बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। Devotees, last week we had started into chapter 9 of book 2 of the Srimad Bhagavad Purana, in which we talked about essentially answering some questions about creation and things that Lord Brahma went through when trying to create the universe. Last week we ended on verse 5, in which we heard Bhagavatam Puran, Srimad Bhagavatam Puran,
भागवतं पुराण, श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराण,
भागवतं पुराण, श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराण,
भागवतं पुराण, श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराण,
भागवतं श्री भागवतं श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराण,
भागवतं श्री भागवतं श्री
So on verse 5, we heard that he, the first godly person in the universe, the supreme spiritual teacher, began from his own divine position to reflect on the source of this world. But considering there within how he would start his creation, he could not figure out what the directions and ways were of how it all materially should be put together. He had to create the universe. And here we hear that Lord Brahma didn't really know what he needed to do to create the universe. In a sense that he had a vision, I guess, in some sense, but he didn't really know how he was going to implement his vision. Doesn't that happen to us time and time and again? We have this like idea of something that we want to do, and we have a vision that happens. Sometimes we don't attain that vision. It doesn't look exactly how we want to. How do I know what that feels like? I live with an artist, and usually when it's in her mind, I think my wife's one of the most amazing artists on this planet. She's so good at what she does. But for her, whenever she puts something on a page, she says, that's not how I visioned it. I didn't want it to look that way. She puts her mind, her soul, her effort into it, of course, and it still looks beautiful at the end of the day, but to her, it's not as good because it wasn't what she visioned. So he had an idea, he just didn't know how he wanted to put it together. So what did he do? What do we do when we don't know how to put something together? What do we do when we have a vision about what we want to do, but we don't know how to do it? What do you guys do? Do you just go willy-nilly start buying materials, tools, resources, and hope that you slap it on the wall and it comes together perfectly? Yes. Sometimes. Maybe. You got to plan for it appropriately, though. So how do you plan for something? You sit down, you think about it, you write it out, maybe do some research. Well, here we hear something a little bit different. When he was once immersed in thinking this way, he heard two specific syllables. This is Lord Brahma. He heard two syllables being spoken, one of which was the 16th and the other which was the 21st of the Spadus alphabet. The 16th verse and the first one that he heard was ta. The 21st verse, the next verse I heard was pa. Put those together, you get tapas. Not tapas. We know what tapas are. Tapas sound pretty good right now. Tapas. I want some tapas. 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 Anybody know what that means, though? No? It's okay. It means penance. Penance. So he didn't know what to do. He sat down and listened and he heard this word penance. He didn't know where these came from. These syllables became known as the value of the renounced order. When he heard that being spoken, he looked in all directions to detect the speaker, but there was none to be found. From the position where he sat, he then thought it best to do penance as he was instructed. So he sat down, endowed with spotless vision. He controlled his life breath, mind, and senses of perception and action for 1,000 godly years. Keep in mind, 1,000 godly years is not the same as 1,000 human years. Quite vastly longer. And thus, proceeding in the past, enlightened all the world by the being of all who did penance, the one of the severus practice. So he did penance. He sat down and he prayed to the Lord. And we all learn a very valuable lesson in this sense. Now, we can't all do penance and hope the answer comes to us. That's fine. But if you're going to do something and you don't have an idea of how to do it, you've got to sit down and think about it first. And you've got to think about it in the right way. What did he do? He sat down, he controlled his life breath, his mind, and his senses of perception. You know what we call that in the 21st century nowadays? Meditating, maybe? I call it project management. I have a thing that I want to implement. I need to figure out how to do it. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to create a project charter. I'm going to write out a Gantt chart, have people who have roles and responsibilities, due dates I want them to attain that by, and when I want them to attain that by, till the end of my project. Can I plan appropriately if my mind is in chaos? No. Can I think appropriately if I'm breathing funny? Well, no, not really. If I don't have my senses of perception and action together, do you think that this project is going to end successfully? No. I need my mind, I need my perception, I need to be able to control everything for me to be successful at the end. Do you know why things tend to fall apart when we plan? Because something that's unexpected occurs, and then what do we do when something unexpected occurs? Cancel it. Anybody who's been through a wedding knows exactly what happens. Something goes wrong in the wedding, what do you do? Ah! You freak out, you panic. And then what happens when you panic? Things go right. So he sat down, he kept a calm mind, kept a calm soul, kept control of his senses, and then from there he was able to plan. It says, the Supreme Lord, being pleased about his penance, then manifested his abode for him. That realm was praised by all self-realized souls, free from illusion and fear, because it is free from the 5 miseries of all material life. And those miseries are known as ignorance, selfhood, attachment, hatred, and death fear. A higher place one cannot attain beyond this. So he sat down, and the answer pretty much came to him over time. You perform penance, you clear your mind, you focus on what you need to do, answers will come to you. If you've ever been in a dire situation, one in which your emotions are wrought, one in which you feel like the world's against you, does it resolve in the end? It does. But sometimes we have to sit down, really take a deep breath and understand what that problem is, and the solution will come. I'm not going to go any further because I really want us all to focus on the word penance. This week I want you to think about the word penance means, how it applies to you, and what you can do to apply penance to your life to make your life, your projects, your end results a little bit better. Just think about all of those things as you go about your week. Prem, Bolo, Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Devotees, may we all please stand for final arti. Huh?
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Jano ke sankat दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख विन से मन का स्वामी दुख विन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण ग्रहो किसके स्वामी शरण ग्रहो किसके तुम बिना और न दूजा तुम बिना और न दूजा आस करो जिसके ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूर्ण परमात्म तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी
Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
Narayana Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayana
Do you have a flower, Gita? Go ahead and grab any color. And at this time, devotees, so we all join together as we clasp our hands and we close our eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your spine. Drop and relax your shoulders, relax your neck, your forehead, relax your entire body. I want you to void your mind of any worldly thoughts, anything that may be causing you stress, distress, or pain, and instead focus on a form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you. One that helps you concentrate, one that helps you focus, and one that helps you maintain devotion. And join together with me as we chant these closing prayers. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yatya Pujatam Maya Neva Paripurnam Dharastu Me. Papoham papo karamaham papo atma papo sambhava trahimam pundari kaksham sarva papo haro hari. Om tvameva matascha pitha tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityoma Mritam Yamaya, Hari Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Devotees, may we all please bow. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Yav Shantir Antarikshadvam Shantir Prithvi Shantir Apa Shantir Aushadheya Shantir Vanaspati Shantir Vishwadeva Shantir Brahma Shantir Sarvegvam Shantir Shanti Deva Shanti Sama Shanti Dedhi Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Prem se bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki, Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Durga Mata ki, Prem se bolo Vishnu Bhagwan ki, Prem se bolo Shiva Shankar Bhagwan ki, Prem se bolo Shiva Shakti Mandir ki, Prem se bolo Sanatana Dharma ki. Excellent. And devotees, with this, we have come to the end of our Sunday morning satsang, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you. For those of you who are in person, Mahendra and Ashwarya, was there anybody chatting in the YouTube chat? Auntie Zandra. So I'll say to I don't know if it's auntie or sister Nirmala and Auntie Zandra, thank you for tuning in and chatting via YouTube. Devotees, just a few announcements before I hand the mic over to our president. First and foremost, in regards to our calendar, let me get that pulled up here really quickly. We do have a few events that are coming up in the month of September. First and foremost is Shri Krishna Janmashtami. That is on Wednesday, September 6th. And then on Monday, September 18th is Shri Ganesh Chaturthi or Ganesh Puja. And then Pitra Paksh also begins in September. That begins on Friday, September 29th and goes all the way to October 14th. And the moment that ends, we move right into the period of Navaratri. I do have to make a very unfortunate announcement here, devotees. We were supposed to do Janmashtami Puja on the 6th, which is a Wednesday. I got a call from my job this week that I have to go to Augusta that week to do some accreditation work so we don't lose our program and have a hospital close down. And because of that, we won't be having our Janmashtami Puja here in the Mandir on the 6th. We tried to delay and push it for the weekend. However, we've got a lot of events on the weekend. There's a puja going on. And then on the 10th, I have to go do some wedding work for a family on the 10th. So We will have no virtual service, no in-person service. I'll try to record some prayers and have those live for you guys on Wednesday evening. That way you can that way you can utilize those for your pujas at home on that Wednesday. But unfortunately, and I tried as hard as I could, devotees, we won't be able to have Janamashmi service here on that Wednesday. So it is canceled, but I will have something for you all to listen to at least on Wednesday night, pre-recorded that is. We will have Ganesh Chaturthi in here though on that Monday, so that's Monday, September 18th. So please look forward to that. In regards to that, devotees, I have no other announcements for upcoming events and dates that we're going to be doing in regards to our calendar. I do want to take some time for everybody to note that the Mandir looked a little bit different when we all walked in today. You can notice that the lights were a little whiter, a little less yellow. We had some chandeliers up and what looks like, I think, new fans. So last week, a good number of Mandir members, and I'm not going to name names individually because I know I'm going to forget someone, but a number of Mandir members came out to help redo the sound system, redo the lights, redo a lot of the work and some of the lights outside. And I think I'll give Dad a shout out. He fixed the hole that he made in the front building, so good on Dad. But to everybody who came out last week and continue to help, and for those who came out, because a few folks came out throughout this week as well to finish some things up, thank you so much. The Mandir it's glowing. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. We still have a few other things that we're going to be doing within the Mandir and the temple itself and outside, but those will take some time to get done. But to everybody who came and installed lights, helped clean things up, move things around, and just made sure that we stayed in order, well fed, and happy for that entire day. We all got here around 10. Most people didn't leave till about 6, maybe 7 o'clock that day. So thank you to every single one of you who came out and assisted with the Mandir maintenance. I really, really do appreciate it. It feels nice in here. It's nice and cool, nice and bright. So very wonderful service to be a part of today. With that being said, devotees, I have no other announcements. I hope you all have a safe, happy, healthy week. Stay as cool as possible. We've had this weird heat wave going through, so I hope you all stay happy and healthy. And with that being said, devotees, Sita Ram to every single one of you. I'll now hand the microphone over to my godson and our president in training for a few more announcements.
Ram. A couple things. One, very important. Someone celebrated their. Where did he go? My mom celebrated her. Oh, I'm doing math. I can't make a joke if it's gonna be weird because of how old I am. Yeah, it's gonna be weird, but it's fine. She said for her 16th birthday, I finally got that license to drive me around. I don't think anyone else had a birthday within the past 2-3 weeks. No. Who are the birthdays? You don't I need a book. I'm gonna take pictures of your book. I'm gonna steal your book. We set those. Oh, Shivani did have her. She doesn't live here. I did text her though. That counts enough. I gotta give you this. I'm gonna steal that book.
Yeah, so we did have a lot of birthday this past couple of weeks that we did not celebrate here, and none of them are here today, so we want to wish Jenny a happy, how old is your mom now, like 72? 16, okay, we want to wish Jenny a happy birthday. Auntie Zandra, who is on listening there, we want to wish you a happy birthday, Auntie Zandra, I think you're 21, and tell that Sergeant Major hello for me. Uncle Jai Sugrim, who is also celebrating his birthday. And a couple of days ago, Shivani celebrated her birthday all the way in Washington, Seattle. So we want Shivani, we want to wish you a happy birthday. As Panditji stated last Saturday, Sunday, and then yesterday, we had a number of people that work in the Mandir to get some stuff done. First and foremost, I want to thank those that make the donation of these fans, and that is Elise, Sasha, and Vishal. Thank you all very much for the fans. And then the fans outside that is going to soon be coming, Jenny and Chris. Thank you all for the fan. And then I got some names here that I will mention. Tony, Priya, Dr. Danny, Vishal, Mahindra, Avi, Tim, Indira, Nidra, Shane. That's right, Shane.
Shane came from Madison.
Yeah, he removed a whole truckload of trash, and he still got another truckload left out there. Barry, Tara, Sharda, Nivani, Anand, and not to forget who kept us going all day long, Tejas and Ashwarya, and Miss Andy, who spent the entire day with us until the mother said, "Father, please bring my child home now." She's been gone for over 12 hours. So I want to thank you all very much. Lots of work. And we still have a lot of work to do in coming months and years. So those of you that were not able to make it this past couple of weeks, don't worry. We'll have work for you to do. And so thanks to everyone that came out here. Thanks to those that donated. As Avi said, it's unfortunate that we won't be able to do puja on the 6th. I'll be out of the country. He's going to be out of the city. And it so happened that our schedule there's so much conflict in our schedule that we won't be able to. And we debated it and we looked at all other options and we couldn't come up with a viable option for Mandir. So Panditji will do some recorded message, and Avi, would you be able to play those prayers and stuff around 7 p.m. on the 6th, 7? And so for those of you that would like to tune in at 7 p.m. to our YouTube channel, we will have some prayers available. With that said, we do have Bhojan, and Jai Sita Ram, please partake in Bhojan, and want to thank everyone.